nonsense. 3-year-olds. What's the youngest? I think the youngest was like 12. Will, what was our youngest student? 13. 13 was our youngest electric. Caitlin. Caitlin was 13. I thought she was younger. 14. Yeah. So that's the youngest. We have had 13 and 14-year-olds build guitars. Hey, Pistachio, thank you for that follow. A guitar sword. I had a guy come in asking about a bludgeon guitar. It didn't really pan out, but there was talk for a bludgeon guitar at one point. This guy was really into bludgeons and was like, "How do I get a bludgeon guitar, like a Warhammer guitar?" We talked about it. That's as far as it went. Yeah, I have seen it. So you're already a luthier, Lone Mountain. Already a luthier. I think Lone Mountain, you should look into steel guitars. Check out. I might have recommended him before. Lone Mountain. Did I recommend Mule guitars to you? There's a builder in Michigan, handmade. He's got a small production facility and makes steel guitars. Check out Mule guitars. Very cool.
I love the look of his telly.
Yeah, he does steel tellies as well. Very cool looking guitars. I don't think I can do it. We can accommodate a 3-year-old. Like, I can put them to work, but whether they do the work or not, sure. You just have to sign a thing that says, if you don't get a guitar at the end, it's okay.
I'm sure the 3-year-old will handle the plunge router just fine.
Yeah, the plunge router. The Fury Road guitar. I think somebody did build it.
Yeah.
Who built the Fury Road guitar?
Ormsby, actually.
Ormsby?
Or I think he made a copy of it.
Yeah.
I know that I'm confident some builders made flamethrower guitars.
Yeah.
I mean, you just make a guitar and then stick a blowtorch on the end of it, and you basically done it.
Yeah. Frank Grimes says his 3-year-old is already quite capable. Yeah.
Very familiar with the sound of pilot.
Thinking about plasma cutting out a steel guitar from an oil drum and welding it up. That would be cool.
Check out Verso, because he
Verso?
uses like
Verso guitars.
Yeah.
You can make. Remember, Meredith was going to make an oil can guitar. You can do an oil can guitar.
Versos are made of sheet metal that's bended, so it's kind of got that drum look to it.
What happened to that gas can, that oil can I bought her back in the day? Do you remember that oil can I got her? It was really cool looking. It never became a guitar. Just yell at her more. That's what I do. I just yell. I get really scary. Most expensive babysitter ever. Yeah. You're Jackson, ESP, Ibanez. Oh, then Lone Mountain. You would like... Did I show you our Dunvegan? Let me show... I showed you our Dunvegan guitar we do here. How about you make the guitar and she makes the uke? That could work. Heavy metal. Yeah, you've seen this. This is Will's Dunvegan, which is very Jackson ESP kind of style. This is a total shredder. It's really very ergonomic. My stuff, this is Will's design. I worked on this one a little bit, but Will did most of this one. Sometimes I carve the necks, but he made this one. He made everything on this one. My stuff is definitely more Fender-esque. With my Big River is definitely more of a a variation of a thin line, and my Royas definitely, they kind of fall into more of the PRS-y kind of vibe. But actually, just give me a second. If any of you guys want, this Pank guitar is up for sale, $1,200 plus shipping, but I'll get you a hard case if anybody wants it. This one is used, but it's still in really good shape, and it's Pank. It's got heart inlays on the fingerboard for those who want the heart inlays on the fingerboard. But this is probably my least expensive guitar right now. They will not be $1,200 again. This one is a client commissioned this one last year. She wants to upgrade, and so we're going to sell this one and put that money towards her upgrade. So this is a really nice, one of my few painted guitars, but it's a really nice guitar. Get it while you can. Yeah, not everybody's a pink guitar.
That gloss is like flawless.
Yeah, it's still in very, very good shape. It's not scratched. There's a few little dents here and there, but there's nothing really wrong with it.
You're not gonna brand that?
I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to brand it.
The water decal on it, you got.
But then I'd have to, so it's an oiled neck.
I thought you were going to spray the headstock.
Brand.
No.
Brand.
I could, but I'd have to sand it back and then spray it. Like I could do it.
Good brand of the back plate.
Yeah.
you
No, there's no
that?
back plate on it. I don't know.
Wait, which one are we talking about?
The pink one.
Oh god, no, I was talking about the Burl one. I was like, what are you talking
No,
about?
the pink one. The pink one.
Oh, yeah,
it
just-
already has an HB on it.
Just leave it.
It's done.
Don't put more money into something you're not going to
Yeah.
pay for.
Yeah.
That's true.
A little too pink. Too pink. It's Dusty Rose. Manny, how are you doing today? Manny, I got a branding iron, and I've been branding everything. So this will be for my Big River guitars. It is the style too pink, too pack, Tupac, too pink, too pank. This will be for my Big Rivers, because that's like a cattle brand style logo. So that'll work really good for my more country instruments. That's for my apprentice. I'll brand my apprentice. Anyway, I branded everything. Check out my new Hank Budd brand radius block. Everything is all the tools are getting branded now. Everything is mine. Everything is branded. I'm still waiting for a few more things, but just moving forward, brand all the things. Yeah, no more Meredith tools. It's all, no more Stumac tools either. They're all Hank Budd brand now. But this one's coming along. I got the I'm still putting the finish on this one, but it is coming along. It needs more coats, but it's It's getting there. I had to sand it back. It's taking a little bit longer. I had to sand it back and redo the back and the top. It got too streaky, so I had to thin it out. You can see the sides are good. The sides were fine, but the back, it just, I didn't wait long enough for the sealer to cure, so I had to redo it. But the rest of it will look kind of shiny like that. It's still kind of blotchy. We'll get there, but gotta take my time. I got a little too impatient with that and put too much on too quickly, and now I had to pay for it. Just paint it pink. I should brand the brander. So there it is. Just came in the mail. So it is a milled brass block on just an electric heater or whatever. I do have an HB brand. Chevy made me an HB brand apron, but it doesn't have a back strap, so it hangs open. So I don't get a nice form fit. So it kind of, I need to hook up. It's good. It just needs a little strap in the back. You need a brander to brand the brander. Exactly. I'll get a second one. It does work. Yeah, it was a good one. It just didn't, I can't tie it. It just hangs on me. I need to tie it so I get a form fit. It makes me look fat. That's what's wrong with it. It hangs off me. I need a tight fit. But don't worry, it's still a very nice apron. But I have to look good. I have to look good on stream. Yeah, an open apron. Not on that one. Yeah, so, well, that's the problem. We did have one that you heated up with a torch. It was too inconsistent. So I had to get an electric one just because I wanted it more consistent. Well, I appreciate that, Texan, but sometimes I just don't feel beautiful, you know? I rewatch my VODs and I'm like so fat looking, and then I go and force myself to vomit in the bathroom. Manorexia is a thing. We're Daisy Dukes. I have yeah. I've been walking an Aussie Shepherd every day, twice a day. I've been going on hikes twice a day with this dog. If I am looking more fit, it's because of that. Stamp ammonium hydroxide and hit it with a heat gun and it burns to reveal the image. Oh, that's an interesting way to get an image burnt on as well. The branding iron's pretty good. It's pretty detailed. As you can see, it even dots the eye. So that thing is, you can see my finger. It's pretty accurate. Yeah. Complexes. Yeah, it's not easy. Neurotic complexes. Yeah. Hank juice for the gains. An Australian Shepherd. He's very high energy. So in order for him to be tired, I need to walk him an hour and a half in the morning. I take him up a mountain path, and then in the evening as well. So he takes up a lot of my time. So I got this from a Canadian company called Wolverine Woodcraft, and it worked out pretty well. Everstamp. That's not high energy. Yeah, it's he's not a true Australian. Buckeye Engraving. Yeah, I was trying to find a Canadian company. I'm sure there's American companies that do it. I just wanted to get one local, and it worked out. It worked out well. Looks like they're taking a hiatus. And do a cold stamp with an arbor press. Yeah, I wanted something really small. Like you can see, it's very. It's less than 2 inches. It's like 1 3/4 inches wide. So it's fairly small. I'm just really happy with the detail that you can see like that's pretty sweet. So I'm happy. I'm pretty happy that I can get those. Like the eye is dotted. So that's excellent. That's what I wanted. So that's what I'll do. Canada does have a few companies, very few. Most of the time we're just cutting down trees, planting wheat, or digging oil out of the ground. That's about it.
Give a sheet of 120.
No. There's no 120. Meredith didn't get any.
I'm gonna make this one piece
Yeah.
do for the full guitar.
Ideally, I wish I had a laser. I would just be doing it all with a laser etcher if I had one, but it's like I could get that wood brand for a few $100, but the laser that I would want would be a few grand. So in the end, it was the right move, I think. What is going on? What was that?
Did a piece get jammed in there?
No, I was wondering if I could touch on this the other day. Yeah, chosen test.
I got brittle woods. They like to fracture.
Yeah, it was just fine.
Milking moose. What steel do you use if you want to go that route? I think, so this is milled brass. These ones are just milled brass, so they're fairly easy to make. To mill on a CNC machine anyway. Anyway. Oh, it's a cyclone. Hot stamping steel. I can't pick up what you guys are saying. Talking in my chat. I need your undivided attention. I'm the Hank. Listen to me. You guys want to have a talk? You can talk on your own streams. You're in my stream. You'll listen to me. Talking metal. Blasphemy. It's all blasphemy. We talk wood on this chat. I need to put that in the chat rules. You can say whatever you want, but we talk wood.
Ultimate desperation, the sanding pattern.
Oh, man.
I don't need that much.
I don't want to know how it works. I don't know how it works. I don't want to know. You can't play a guitar with wooden strings. Huh? You think you're clever, Lone Mountain? You think you got me? Comes on to my stream, does his little gotcha. Who does Lone Mountain think he is? Just because his shop is filled with weapons, he thinks he's safe. Thinks he can say whatever he wants and nobody will ever do anything because he's got knives everywhere. Maybe he's right. I'm not going to mess with him. This is the Hank Show. Yeah. Checkmate. Yeah. Guitar versus sword. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to make it out of that one.
Yeah, I would not take that deal.
Yeah, guitar versus, or sword versus axe.
That one I might take.
Yeah. Look, guys. Look here. Let me tell you. Any hillbilly in their backyard can fire up a torch and hit something with a hammer. But it takes a true craftsman to sand wood like this all day, every day. Let me tell you. Yeah, you have the video. We're already feuding with the clackers. I don't think I can start another feud with the metal workers. You could do a cane sword inside the truss rod if you really want to. We're talking smack. Looks like we might be starting another feud with the metal workers now. It's been coming for a while. You know, we've been cordial for most part, but you know, Lone Mountain just crossed the line. I'm starting another feud. Hey, Bob the Bud Tender, thank you for that follow. Yeah, Anchorman style fight in the quad at 8 p.m. Yeah, make your own weapons. I'll make a shillelagh guitar. I've seen shillelagh guitars. A shillelagh would work. Look, we defeated the clackers. We'll defeat you too. Plus, we have allies. We have the wood burners and we got the leather workers on our side. Who do you got? Oh, thanks, Bob the Bud Tender. Yeah. Choose your weapons, luthiers. Hey, Lone Mountain. Okay. Lone Mountain just resubscribed. The feud is off. That was a peace offering. Oh, darn, you do make the leather workers their tools. Look, Chevy will side with me. You guys don't have Chevy. They can be bribed. Yeah, that's the thing. Leather workers are easy to bribe. They have no loyalties to anyone but their own desires. That's a fact. Is a Fairweather fan. Yeah. And we have Hank Coin. I can buy up everybody I need. Everyone has a price, and that price can be paid in Hanks. Yeah. It's true. I hardly ever see Chevy anymore. He used to be here every day. Now I hardly ever see him. Listen here, I can pay for an army of mercenaries, an army of them. Gadalogic, give me your price. Give me your price for your loyalty. Everyone, I'll buy your loyalty right now. Everybody give me their price. Just stringers and nut rubbers. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's not say anything we can't take back. Hey, Nifty, what's going on? How are you doing, Nifty? So, Nifty, let me explain. How do you make a small fortune building guitars? I don't know. Is that a rhetorical question? Nifty, the fingerboard on that uke is a little dirty, and I was going to clean it up before I sent it to you, and then I lost another week. It's going out this week, I promise. I can't believe I haven't done it yet. I apologize. I really wanted to get that thing cleaned up before I sent it, and then a day goes by, and then another day, and then yeah. So I'm definitely this week. I promise it's going out. But the problem with maple fingerboards is they gum up, and so it was a little dirty, and so I was like, oh, I can just clean that out, and then I rubbed mineral spirits on it, and then it just rubbed the stain everywhere else. So I'm going to scrape the fingerboard, re-oil it, and send it out. I'm sorry. It's not ruined. I just want it to be nice when you get it. And it's not nice. Nice. You got your HB shirt and your HB poster on the wall. Nice. Gadalogic's loyalty is true. 12K finish. I'm going to have to send it to Manny first. Manny, I'm going to send you Nifty's ukulele, and I expect a 12K finish on that thing. And then he can forward it to you. So that's the problem with maple fingerboards. Do what it takes. It's not bad, but it's just, it will. That's why maple fingerboards need to get lacquered. And so this one is just oiled. So just keep that in mind. You can clean it up with a little bit of mineral spirits. But I want it to be nice. And it's like, and then it's just amazing how I just can't believe where all the time goes. And I'm like, how has it been 2 weeks? Anyway, don't worry. I'm committed. I got to get yours out and get Rhino's out. Get everybody what's coming to them. Just kept building guitars until the money ran out. Exactly. Start with a large fortune. Oh, it's true. It's true. 30K or nothing. Yeah. But, Nifty, I got my wood brand. I finally got my wood brand in. So check this out. I can start branding things. So that's what I got. I took Monday off. You should see Will's arm. Yeah, it's very cool. Very cool. What about your arms? You can get your own. You got a bigger. Use your arbor press, man. That's how hardcore Lone Mountain is. Let's see him use the arbor press with his brand. How many subs does it take? Jeez. You're prepared. We'll see. You know what, guys? I have somebody on the inside. You know who will side with me? Jack Frost. You guys will never get Jack Frost. That's all I got to say. So how strong do you feel now? You don't even have Jack Frost. Doesn't have your back. I guarantee you Jack will side with me. I can raise an army. What? You too? Jack has been playing all of us. Terry, what's going on? How are you doing today? Are you here for some sanding? I also was doing some burning today. So I got a burning iron. And I can now burn my logo into whatever I want. Anything. I can just burn it right there. You don't know Jack. Oh man, we'll see. I'll talk to Jack the next time. I took Monday off. Going to have to brand? No, I brand my apprentices. I brand all my apprentices. Playing host, will stream today. Nice. I took Monday off. I was beat. I took Sunday off and I slept all day. I came into the shop on Monday and was like, I can't handle this right now. And went home. And then I slept all day yesterday. So I'm feeling a lot better. I had been grinding way too much. And it had been showing. I was pretty low energy. So it was good. It was good to take a little bit of a break before my big push to finish everything at the end of the month. So nothing wrong with a break. Don't worry, Leslie. Megan already said, don't touch Emmett with the branding iron. I won't. I don't hurt animals. Apprentices are a different beast. You heat apprentices to brand your tools. Yeah. Yeah, I had been just grinding way too hard. Just trying to get a lot done for the open house on the 25th. So it's like, what's today's date? The 15th. So I have 10 days. I'm okay. I can get my stuff done. But it was... I've run into that problem before. I will just work and until I just kind of deplete my energy. So it's kind of don't want to do that again. Got to stay healthy. Yeah, well, that's Jaime. Jaime, if I don't brand him, someone else will. Jaime wants to be an apprentice. I've mostly just been branding tools. So this radiusing block is a Hank Budd radiusing block. I'm just going to brand everyone's guitars Anybody's guitars that are in the shop, anything in the shop, I'm just going to brand it. It's like, that's mine. That's mine. Brand people sandwiches. That's mine. I won't wear my brand right here. But I am Hank Bud. It would be kind of redundant to brand myself Hank Bud. I am Hank Bud. Makes no sense. Right on my shoulder. The apron needs doing. I have an HB apron. Yeah, sometimes I forget who I am. I'm like, oh, I'm Hank Bud. I expect giant back tattoos. That's the thing. It starts with a brand, but the longer you're here, the more elaborate it gets. Yeah, I found. All the wood, every time there's wood, just brand it. I was saying that I was going to do some advanced Hank Bud guitar kits where it's just going, you're going to order a Hank Bud advanced guitar kit, and you're going to get a log and a board, and they'll both be branded and be like, no instructions because it's advanced, but it's everything you need to build your guitar. That's going to be my next project. So get your Hank Bud advanced guitar kits only for the most advanced builders. Please return wood to the shop. Commitment to my ranch. That's my livestock. That's my property. Brand the 12th fret marker. That's not a bad idea. Actually, that's a really good idea, Manny, to have a... Though it would be kind of difficult because the curve... You could do it, though. A lot of times I'm doing dark fingerboards, though, because of the problems with the maple. Although this one is a light one. Get a curved iron, roll it on. Yeah, that's possible. I think that was one thing that I could have done with this one is I didn't want to do inlays, but I could have done an inlay on the 12th fret on that one. That would have been nice. But Manny, you should put your house guests to work. That's what you should do. Anyone staying at Manny's house instantly becomes the apprentice, and you put them to work on stream. Room and board isn't free. They got to work for it. You can have an inlay, the solar system planets on it. Yeah, that could work. That could work. I do have gold flake. I'd have to do silver. I went with chrome hardware on that one, and it looked pretty good. But it's close. Fret 3, Mercury, Venus, Earth 7. That's really clever, Manny. I think you should do that. That's a clever idea. You come up with the clever ways to mark the frets. Actually, that's a very clever thing. You only do koi. I do like that idea that you're doing on that that guitar, Manny. With a sequence of images is a really good idea. I may steal that idea someday and call it the Hank sequence. Black and gold always looks good, yeah. White and gold, yeah. I do want to do a black and gold guitar. So Meredith used to do these Art Deco style guitars with ebony and yellow, like ebony and maple or ebony and satinwood. Actually, it's ebony and satinwood, and it looks so nice. So it's like bright yellow with the black ebony, and so I wanted to at some point bite off that because it was such a nice looking aesthetic to have like black and gold, but also do it very like 1930s. I guess it would be more Art Deco, with those kind of graphic gold shapes with the black, or Art Nouveau, but just that kind of like 1920s, 30s kind of aesthetic, I think would look good. I think it was a really good idea, Manny. I think you have really good ideas. I really like your creative ideas because you just go with it. I meander around. I circle and circle and circle. I'm like, maybe I'll do this. Maybe I'll do that. But you just do it. You get a concept and you do it. Whatever happens, happens. That's a good way to be, I think.
Your food's here.
Is it here? I can't eat on stream. That's rude.
Your stream level's over anyways.
Well, I have an hour to go. How's Emmett doing? How's Emmett? Come here, Emmett. Come here. Come up here. Come on. Come here, Emmett. Oh. Here's Emmett, everybody. Emmett came by. Oh, Emmett. Emmett is keeping me fit. I'm getting so fit. My legs hurt. My knees hurt. But he doesn't care. He doesn't care.
Sounds like a you problem.
Yeah. His legs don't hurt. His joints are fine.
He's young and spry.
Yeah, he can just bound over the mountains. It's actually, I wish I could just run for hours with him through the mountains. I wish I could. I have like maybe 1 or 2 minutes where we're just like running through the trails, and then I'm like, okay, give me a second. But yeah, someday.
You want to come with us on that?
Actually, can I have the miso soup, please? Yeah, it's very rude to, I'm not knocking anybody who eats on stream. I get it. You're doing a long stream. Eat something.
No spoon.
No spoon. I'll just,
You gotta drink it.
I got some miso soup here. I'll be okay. I would feel like I was being rude, and I don't like to disrespect my audience, but I will drink. I will drink in front of you, and I suggest you all get a drink as well so you can drink with me. So this is some miso soup. Anyway, I think, what was I saying? Yeah, like it's a neat idea. One of the reasons I don't do inlays very much is because I usually just don't have a good idea, so I just don't do anything, But like I did those custom inlays on the Muracaster. You eat dinner while... You can eat while watching me. Yeah. You just need to... Well, you're burning a lot of calories hammering that stuff. I'm usually okay. This is my earlier stream, so I stream during my lunchtime. Most of the time I stream in the evening. And I usually just have an apple before I stream. Heart inlays? No, terrible idea. So the heart inlays on the pink guitar, yeah, that wasn't my idea. That was the client's idea. That's why it's kind of interesting. doing a commission, but I would never do heart inlays unless I was commissioned. If only that guitar existed. If only. Too bad it doesn't. They turned out well, and so they're not actually inlays. What I did was, they are technically inlays. I CNC'd the heart with a V-bit, and then I filled it with gold epoxy, gold dust and epoxy. That was the easiest way. We were sitting around, I was like, how am I going to do these gold inlays? Am I going to have to cut brass and inlay them? And that was my other idea, was like cutting out a piece of brass. But that would have been, I was like, what's the easiest thing to do? And it's like, well, just cut out the hole and fill it with gold. Hey, Tari, how are you doing today? You pank guitar, Texan? Well, they are technically, they're not wood inlays. Like, they're inlaid in the wood, but they're not proper inlays. They're the poor man's inlays. I didn't take you for a pank guitar man, Texan. I thought you would have liked the Outlaw Country. I haven't ordered my Orbiter pickups. Did he did the P90s, didn't he? I'm going to have to get some P90s from him for sure. For sure. Has he hooked them up yet? You like the Outlaw guitar? I just did a video of me doing the inlay, actually, on TikTok. If you guys check out my TikTok, I did a video of the process of doing that inlay. The Longhorn is the nemesis of our university, and it's just too close to the UT Orange. Oh man, I really screwed up there. Fair enough. I'm interested to hear what they sound like, for sure. I need some Taris. That's what I need. Some T90s. None of your cow skulls have horns on them. Why is that? So, actually it's a buffalo skull. It's not actually a cow skull. I modeled that on a buffalo skull. Can't you tell that's a buffalo skull? It's not a longhorn. It's obviously a buffalo skull. Obviously. Anyway, somebody. I'm pushing that guitar pretty hard right now. I'm not a football fan. I don't know nothing about no Texas football. I'm from Canada. Ask me about hockey. The Dallas Stars suck. The goat with the spiral horns? Yeah, that would look cool. Too satanic for me, for my guitars. No goat skulls. A ram skull. I'll put a ram skull on. These go straight. Yeah, it's true. You're right. The buffalo horns are just like, go like that. And they're not very big. You're right. It's obviously a cow skull. Yeah. I can do any skulls. I can do any skulls on my. It was more of a. It was more of an experiment with inlays. Just to show I can do those inlays if anybody does want custom inlays. It was kind of more of a demo. Just skulls lying all over the place, but they ain't got horns. Yes. Oh, that's a pretty good motif, Tari. Pretty good motif for sure. Yeah, that wood is black limba. I'm sorry, Sean is just running the planer right now. I don't know how loud it is for you guys. I'll just sand. Okay. Well, that's the problem. That's usually why I stream later, because the shop is usually loud. Like, this is working hours. It is what it is, you know? So, it's just how it is. Okay. It's very loud for me, but as long as it's okay for you guys. Anyway, you guys saw it's like I did those inlays. I felt like I had to do something more. I don't know why. I should have just left it. I think it looked fine by itself, but it's overthinking. That's overthinking. I had a concept and I think I just overthought it and tried to add as much as I could. The fretboard is slightly curved. So this, you can see, has a slight curve to it. It's a 12-inch radius. Check something here. Yeah. I'm just going to check the radius on there. It's close. So those are the radius keys. Take a picture of it, Tari. Could be mahogany. I've heard of a lot of older houses mahogany. Take a picture and maybe we can take a look at it. Oh, thanks, Nifty. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm just second guessing myself a lot. Just overthinking things. That's why I was like saying that it's like I appreciate Manny will just get a concept, do it, and that's what it is, you know? I mull around my stuff too much. I just have to do it and just let it be. Yeah, which one? The tiny one?
Yeah, the tiny one.
Okay, but bring it back. Oh, just a second. I'll be right back. Yeah, it works really well. Okay. So I need a flat edge as well. I just want to make sure that neck.
Maybe get that door installed.
Yeah, we really need that door. Man, this is getting. I was just looking at it. It's a little bit backbowed, so I'm just going to adjust it a little bit. Which I should have done. I should have done that before I started radiusing. It's not bowed by very much, but I don't like radiusing it when it's not perfectly straight. So I'm just going to adjust the truss rod a little bit.
You could probably just skip the file and then just go by hand. I usually just take it with my thumb and I kind of just try and get in there. I wouldn't even bother using like a dowel or anything.
Well, let's start with the file.
Yeah, you actually even this like little wrap file. Actually, this works really well.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Yeah, use this file. So we're gonna use this file to clean up in here and blend that, and then so if you remember, there's some teeth marks in here, so we'll have to
Fit in there.
process. You'll kind of with your thumb just swoop up until those are all out.
Okay.
And yeah. So
I need one slightly bigger
I'm
than
gonna be
this.
standing with you here because I gotta get this fire used for others. It's gonna be spray parts.
Where? I need my Allen keys. Give me a second. I just gotta find my Allen keys.
Which ones?
Oh, I just need those ones. Where's the Allen key box? Up right there. Those. They're a little bit. This is probably it. It's a little bit bigger than the small profile ones. Okay.
A little bit.
Real heavy for mahogany. You cannot scratch it with fingernails. Sometimes, if it's old growth mahogany, some of the older mahogany can be really dense. But yeah, you never know. But that would be cool if you could salvage that. How old is your grandma?
100.
100. Wow.
Yeah, not many people make it to the big 100.
Yeah. I heard you don't get a letter from the Queen anymore.
Wasn't you get a letter and $100 bill? Wasn't that how?
No, you get a letter from the Queen. But they stopped doing it. The Queen's pretty old now, too. See, that's one of the perks that a lot of you people never had because you didn't live in the Commonwealth like us. So all you Americans out there, when your grandma turns 100, she doesn't get a letter from their Queen. Ours don't either anymore, but they used to. They used to. It used to be a thing.
Okay, the Queen's never gonna die.
And then people just started living too long and it wasn't that big of a deal anymore, I guess.
Yeah, it might be a little bit of back and forth.
Oh, actually, maybe that truss rod. It's just jammed with things. Let me clean that out.
Dust.
Yeah, it could just be.
Do you want me to go blow that in the compressor?
It looks like it's like packed in there.
Yeah.
That would explain why I can't get a truss rod. Actually, yeah, it might need to be blowed out. Give me a second.
Yes. You came in explaining to that's what that. Yes, that's like I would just do that on Saturday. That's like 3 days, yeah. And then what we'll do is we'll go back one.
There we go. That was the problem.
So it's not quite as rounded. What's up, man?
Hey, it's Tim. It's Tim the neighbor, everybody. Tim is here. He's just so excited.
Knocked me right over.
Did he?
He's going to. You big lug. He's so big. Like down.
Okay, Emmett.
Oh hi.
What's going on?
I got a new sweater.
That's a nice sweater.
I love it. Pink.
Nice.
Pink is a great color.
Yeah.
Remember these guys?
Yeah.
Bugs Bunny.
Yeah. Going old school there.
Yeah.
Looney Tunes movie.
Yeah.
Looney Tunes.
What's
Grab your guitar.
you want it?
I do. Are you gonna be here tonight? Snacks coming by to rehearse and the guys.
Oh.
Aspects back and.
Oh, really?
guys.
I put new pickups in that one.
Oh, sick.
If you want to try it out,
I'd
Emmett.
love to.
Yeah.
Emmett, down.
I might be around for a bit.
They're coming at 6. I
Okay,
can bring them right over.
Yeah, bring them over. Bring them over. I'll be
Down.
here.
Down. Oh, dude, I'm gonna plug this thing in.
So you're just going. Tim has been playing that guitar for a year. You're just going to have to buy it, Tim. I'm putting it up for sale on the 25th. If somebody buys it, it'll be gone forever.
Oh.
So you're just going to have to put down a deposit on that.
Well, maybe I'll just have to borrow another one.
Yeah. Do you want pink? Do you want pink guitar?
Always. I love the pink. I mean, I hate pink.
Yeah.
Bye.
Okay, we'll see you, Tim. Okay. So there's this band coming over tonight, The Aspects. They were here before. A good group of guys. So they played a bunch of my guitars the last time they were here. If you guys saw it, they were all playing, because I had just finished the Outlaw Country. They were all playing that one. There's a really good video of Saxon playing playing it with Emmett watching him. So I'm just adjusting the truss rod. So there's an Allen key end in there, and it's a dual action truss rod. So one way will make the neck bend one way, the other way it'll bend the other way. So it's just slightly back bowed. So I'm just trying to get it back to being even. And I just turned it the wrong way.
Yeah, it's nice going here. They're pretty good for
Sweet. Yeah, and Tari, if you can take a picture of the wood like bare and then with a little bit of like alcohol or oil on it so we can see what color it is finished, that might give us a better idea of what it is. Is it porous? Are there pores in it? We can have a contest. Name that wood. Who can name the wood? Just slightly bowed. Slightly bowed.
That flame maple, man.
Yeah. I always find
I will switch to, so I just want to.
come on. I don't know, since it's a step, so it could be oiled. You definitely see indents and feel where the grain is. Okay. So we will see. We will see.
Yeah, because like you can see there's like a little bit of a divot in there. Like I would just try to get a little bit more.
Yeah, sure.
Blending it over just a little bit more.
Is there that wider file?
I think you should use that one. The wider one is like almost too wide.
Either way, it's probably, if it's really heavy, it's probably too dense for. Do you have enough for a body blank? So that's the thing with mahogany. I always find it, like, I know people think they like the solid mahogany bodies and stuff, but it's like I really find them way too heavy unless you have the right piece of mahogany.
So heavy.
I just don't think it's a good idea, honestly. That's why this one is heavily chambered. 2 pieces. Yeah, if you have 2 pieces, that's great. That could be a body blank. Might be a little heavy. So this one is chambered there, and it's chambered here as well. If I find it just like, yeah, you can have a 9-pound guitar because that's what a Les Paul is. It's usually 9 or 10 pounds. But I don't like 10-pound guitars, you know? Any sort of tone that you would get from having that solid mahogany, I don't think it's worth it. Like, you might get a little bit different tone to a certain degree, but honestly, I think you would rather have 4 pounds off your back than some magic tone from solid mahogany.
You gotta buy the right species. Kaya mahogany is really light.
This was Kaya, and it was heavy.
Yeah, I mean, it's
It depends. It really, some of it is light. It depends on the billet. Like, I can't say all mahogany. Some is lighter than others. If you have a light billet, then that's fine. Do a solid body. I'm just saying, sometimes it can be exceptionally heavy. You could get like the thin Ibanez. Yeah, like you can thin it out. You can. Ibanez also does the swimming pool route, don't they?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, depends
Some
on
of
the
them.
guitar.
a two-piece acoustic top
I
out
think
of it.
this is for 1 3/4.
They're
not
1
thin-
3/4.
They're not thin guitars.
Yeah, they just seem like they have a huge tummy cut.
Yeah, they have a bevel. That's a good way to reach for these.
Yeah. For a sit-down guitar, again, it depends. Like, if somebody is like, I don't care, I sit down to play my guitar, not a problem. So there's like a difference if somebody is like a performance artist, there's certain things that I would encourage rather than, but if somebody is like, look, these are the specs, I just want that guitar and I want a solid body, I'm not going on tour, I'm not going to stand on stage, then it's fine. But yeah, that's the only thing is like, I really, personally, I think weight does a lot. And when I'm making an instrument for a player who's going to be on stage for hours standing up, I really want it to be as light as possible. Not like super light, like 3 pounds, but under 6 pounds is a really good, between 4 and 6 pounds is ideal, in my opinion. Purple Heart is super dense.
Hers was
Purple Heart is so dense.
like a side effect because
I
when she
I have a bunch of Purple Heart here,
put a lot,
and it's like I'm almost tempted to chamber, do something, but then I'm like, no, just let it be.
that's what messed her up. That she was sanding wood with bacteria in it.
Yeah. Actually, Tari, if you can get some fur, do a fur body. Fur would be really good. And it's light, fairly easy to work with. It does. You can get Douglas fir. Then I would go with Douglas fir for the body then. Birch or beech, yeah. A birch body would be cool. Really, Douglas fir is cheap there. That's weird.
Tari's in Europe, right?
Germany.
Poplar.
Poplar. Yeah, that's probably birch. I think
You know,
poplar and birch are very similar.
They're different trees.
They're
I
similar.
know poplar is like
Poplar. So, Tari, do you have poplar or do you call it birch there?
They're different.
They're different. Like we have poplar and we have birch.
It's just like a white looking
Aspen. They also call it aspen.
aspen.
Yeah. Yeah. So you don't have any poplar there? I think poplar's more of like a Russia. It's more of a boreal forest wood. Whereas as Europe is more of a, it's a different, Scandinavia and Russia have similar forests to us, but Europe is a little bit different. Is okay. Sometimes it's like people in different regions call things, but not that much. Okay, yeah, I think you would find it more in like more north. You would find the poplar. But yeah, if you can get Douglas fir or birch, I think that's fine. I totally think there's a builder out here. He's in Quebec and he uses a lot of birch in his acoustic builds.
not really. I usually prefer, well, like for me, I only put glue on one surface and then I'll apply it. I usually just use my finger. Right.
Okay.
If you want there to be some glue.
Okay, that looks more straight now.
Exactly, yeah.
So I can finish.
Paper towel. Right, that's it, glue. Okay. And then should I put like say paper underneath or something so I'm not gluing this or all this stuff? These are disposable. I mean, I don't believe them. This actually is a pretty new one, but we usually put pretty dark. Oh, okay.
No, now I.
Cool. And then once they're in place, we can so that's
I think that's straight now.
I know for gluing boxes, sometimes if you're finding this glue, like it makes it slick. Yeah, you're having a hard time, like in the future. I don't know how to step.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Coming out square, you do like dapples and do like they
Out here, poplar is super cheap. But we also have so much maple. Like our maple is, it's not like dirt cheap, but our maple obviously domestically is very reasonable. Like I said, that's why it's like this is a local maple wood neck. The fingerboard is ebony though. That's my only imported wood on this build. Oh, sorry, the walnut is Turkish. So I did import some European walnut, some Turkish walnut. I guess it would be more considered an Middle Eastern wood. Yeah, the sugar maple is the hard maple. We call it rock maple, sugar maple, eastern maple. There's a lot of names for it, but it's the maple from out east, which it has a harsher climate in Quebec than here. On the west coast, we have a different maple tree. It's called big leaf maple or western maple, and it's not quite as dense. It's still a maple tree, but it's a different species of maple, and it's more yellow, and it's not as dense as sugar maple, but it still works fine for necks. It's still fine, but it is not as dense. And that's probably more due to the climate, but it is a different species. It's called big leaf maple because the leaves are like this big. Mountain maple. Yeah. So the mountain maple, there is a European maple. Sometimes they call it Bosnian maple. I didn't know there was a mountain maple. Then there's also the Japanese maple, which has the smaller leaves, and it's a type of maple. We have those out here, but they were imported. Yeah, good for. Well, I made, you know what, Tari? I used the U wood for that fingerboard, for that neck, and the neck has been really solid. So that was the worry that I had with using U wood, because I could not find anyone else who had used U for a fingerboard. It was dense enough, but that was always the worry, that it would be too flexible. It seems fine. So yeah, U is super hard. So it did work. I was worried about it though, because U is very dense but also flexible. But the neck has stayed pretty solid. Rage, what's going on? But I really like that guitar because of that, because it's all Canadian wood without a maple fingerboard. Because in Canada, there are other woods you can use, but most of the time it's maple. But it did work. You can use black walnut, but it's considered too soft. But Gibson uses black walnut on some of their guitars. Oh man, that would be terrible. Tari, did you know that when the English ran out of yew trees in England, because they cut them all down for bows, that they were importing the yew trees from Germany? And the German foresters, so this was probably in like, I don't know, the 1500s. The German foresters found out that when they cut down a yew tree in the old growth forest, in those German forests, all the trees around the yew tree would crack and fall over. And they realized that the yew tree, what it did in the canopy was because it was so flexible, the other trees, when it would get windy, like the oak trees, would lean on the yew tree, and the yew tree would support the other old growth trees. And so that was what they found out. And so when they started selectively cutting the yew trees for bows to export to England, they were like, oh, this is messing up the entire canopy. And that was really interesting. Was the Germans had very extensive forestry management even in the medieval times. They had really, like, they knew their wood, they knew it, and they knew how to manage it for generations, like even like hundreds and hundreds of years ago. Hey, Fen Dweller, how are you doing? Illegal to fell down, yeah. With the red berries, yeah. Yeah, that's too bad. That's too bad. I was reading about it depended on certain regions in Germany, depending on what principality it was. Some were better managed than others, but it's why Germany did have more forests, whereas the rest of Europe was far more depleted in their old growth forests to Germany. But I could be wrong. I'm not going to tell a German how things are, but that's what I read. The canopy. I've read a few things about wood. Nice. I'm interested to hear how that sounds, Fendler. Let me know. Yeah, it has to be. It has to be. You know, like, to preserve it. Hey, Rage, your socks should be arriving soon. Don't worry, your socks have been shipped. Your socks and your shirt have been shipped if you haven't already got them. Somebody owns every single tree there. Yeah. Yeah, the yew tree, that's what's interesting. So out here on the West Coast, we have a Pacific yew, which is very similar to the European yew, but it's like the maple tree, the Western maple tree. It's a specific species, but it's very similar. You can make bows out of it. So the Pacific yew is a fairly rare wood. It's hard to identify because in nature it looks very similar to a fir tree. So it's like you have to be really careful. At the beginning of the 19th century, the Danish planted 90,000 oaks to rebuild their navy. In 2007, the Defense Ministry announced the trees are ready. Good news. I guess they'll be going back to the ship of the line. The Danes will have to return to the ship of the line. Yeah, those trees take a while to grow. But that's the thing, Fen Dweller, which is interesting. They had to start making plans like that. So in England, Oxford, most of all the beams and stuff, everything in wood in Oxford is oak. And so on the grounds of the university, they planted oak trees so that in 500 years, when any of the beams needed to be replaced, the trees would be ready. And so I found that kind of interesting. I wish more institutions had that kind of forethought, like not just generations, but centuries of forethought with how they managed trees and forestry. Because that's the kind of timelines you have to work in, you know? And unfortunately here in Canada, it's very, very short term, very short term. But we get away with it because of the vast forests that we have. But they are managed, and we replant the softwood, but not the hardwoods. And so it's very hard to gauge any success we've had. I've been to some older sites that my dad had worked on in the 90s, and it's like, yeah, the trees grew back, but they don't feel like a natural forest. It's just a bunch of spruce trees. It's really weird. So I think reforestation still needs to be refined a lot better and a lot more long-term thinking. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the trees are old Germanic traditions, and that's why we have them in the English tradition in the 1800s. Here's more tree trivia. The reason we have Christmas trees in England and Canada and stuff is because in the 1800s, we didn't have a king. And so they had to import a king. And so they found a German prince, like a Saxon, and they imported a German king because for some reason the line ran out. And King George brought all these German traditions, Christmas traditions of trees. And the English had Christmas, obviously, but the Christmas tree was an imported tradition from Germany. And so I found that kind of interesting, that's why we have Christmas trees. It's the Germans, which goes back, it predates Christianity. It is just an old Yule tradition to have the tree.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really interesting. Yeah, so Notre Dame has a similar management system. I think the older institutions do. That's awesome that Notre Dame has that as well, because it does take a long time for those oak trees to be big enough to replace, just repair. But I like that Notre Dame and like Oxford had that foresight to be like, we're still going to be around in centuries from now. And I think creating buildings and institutions with that mindset that we will be around in 300 years, you know, so we better plan for that, you know. I think that's a great way to be. Yeah, spruce, you can get the planks in 30 years. Maple, you can get maple in 30 years too. That's the one thing that is good, is like maple is a hardwood that you can get it 30 to 40 years, which is very good. Yeah. They aren't forests, they're farms, yeah. 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 It was all imported from German aristocrats. The German aristocrats brought that in. Yeah, Tannenbaum isn't an English word.
Yeah, I think that filled with dust, so I just
Yeah.
That's from the fire.
That's what Fendweller, that's what my man Jeff Bezos says. We're just going to work in Amazon factories in orbit, and the Earth, we'll just move into orbit with Jeff Bezos. So Jeff Bezos said that he's going to build rocket ships, and we can work in the orbiting factories. I'll still be streaming for Jeff while you guys toil in the orbiting factories, and then my man Jeff can come down to Earth and enjoy the nature preserve that is Earth. That's his plan. I'm not kidding. My man Jeff has the plan. Yeah. Don't worry. Jeff will take care of us. I've been giving him half my sub money for the last year and a half, and it's starting to pay off. He built his spaceship. Don't worry. Don't worry. Jeff will figure it out.
Just clean up this area. Try not to hit this too much. In fact, if you do, because you want this to be flat.
Yeah, right. So get all the marks off of this.
Yeah, we got to get to work. We got to get to work, Fen Dweller. I don't know my Celtic tree zodiac. Can you look that up? I didn't know they had a Celtic tree zodiac. I didn't know that was a thing. Is that a real thing? I've never heard of a Celtic tree zodiac. What's my tree? I'm in February. February 8th. I hope I'm a walnut. What?
Have you seen Inside by Bill Burnham?
No.
Okay, well, so it was he has now got written 4 songs called Bezos.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so when you were talking about Bezos.
Oh, my man Jeff. My man Bezos.
Yeah.
Yeah. I work for Jeff, you know. I'm streaming for Jeff right now.
Well, that man, say what you will.
Yeah. Hey, JB, how are you doing tonight? February 4th to February 8th, poplar tree. Figures as a poplar tree. I'm very popular. Ha 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 ha. I too can make the puns. Will, when's your birthday?
December 29th.
What's December 29th?
What tree am I? Is that what we're figuring?
Yeah, I'm a poplar tree.
Now you think all your guitars have poplar.
Yeah, makes sense. There was a lot of poplar trees.
Like a pine tree?
Yeah. Oh, a bit under the weather. Well, I hope you start feeling good soon, JB. I was feeling really low energy. That's why I didn't stream on Monday. Then I slept all day. I didn't come into the shop yesterday. I just slept. I feel much better. I feel like I can really get into some sanding. I didn't know that I didn't know that the Celts. I don't think that's a real thing. Apple tree. Apple tree. You're
I'm an apple tree?
yeah.
Sweet. This magnolia is very brittle.
Is it?
Yes.
Huh.
I'm not straight over this.
Well, you'll just have to sand.
I just have like a bunch of tear outs in this razor blade.
Must have caught it from me. Fatigue. Watching me can be. You just had Hank fatigue, JB. You just had an extreme case of Hank fatigue. It happens to everyone. You just stop watching for a few days and you'll feel better. It's Hank fatigue. It happens to everyone. Everyone suffers from it now and then. I was even suffering from it. Will, what did you say your December 29th is Will?
So I'm not an apple tree?
You're an apple tree.
What's my tree?
July
July 19th.
19th. What's July 19th?
Apple tree. Is that what the tree is called? Just an apple tree?
What? Yeah, Applewood.
Oh, applewood. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Elm Tree.
I wouldn't worry about that. Basically, anything like here and back, it's gonna be fine. It's mainly this area.
Hank fatigue is real. Hank fatigue is real. How are you doing, Jer?
Yeah, that's just for 120.
So Jerry, your computer's fixed, you're back in the game. Look everybody, if you have Hank fatigue, you can watch Jer now. You know what the cure to Hank fatigue is? The Jer pill. Time to take the Jer pill, everyone. Follow Jer 2112. You got Hank fatigue, there's a cure. Take a healthy dose of Jer. I think all this tree zodiac stuff is made up. I don't believe it. I don't believe it at all. Internet, hooey.
So I find it's best to just same with the grains. You kind of stand diagonal.
Yeah. I'm going to make major life decisions based on my tree zodiac. Anyway, going to do a birthday stream tomorrow. Oh, nice. I will stop by. Birthday stream tomorrow. Are you guys following Jared 2112? I'll build a poplar guitar.
What's my tree? I never found
It was elm. Elm tree. Nice. Jer is taking care of business. Jer isn't messing around anymore. This is 2022. You're about to see a Jer you haven't seen before. What's going on, Willie? It's come to this, Willie. Yes, it's come to this. It's come to this.
Makes the best bacon.
Yeah. Strictly business, Jer. So, I'm just waiting for a few things. Jer, I got a wood brand. If you guys haven't seen it, I've been branding everything. Hank brand. I got a wood burning iron. Everything's getting branded. My sanding block is getting branded. The headstocks are getting branded. Jaime's getting branded. Everything's getting branded around here. And it's even a cattle brand font. Yeah.
It's a shame. I really like the salt red cedar, but then I bought red cedar body wash one time.
Yeah, everything's getting branded.
I'm slightly allergic to red cedar. I found out. Everybody's got like one with the
Who's next? Who's next? You come to the shop. You can get your Hank Bud brand. Anyway, I think it'll look really good on my Big River guitars. Jer, here's the plan, Jer. Right here on your forehead. Boom. A true fan. So, Jer, mark of the Hank. You've been marked. So, Jer, I'm going to brand the Outlaw Country guitar. If I'm going to try and sell it by the end of the month. If it does not sell, I'm sending it down to Texas and putting it in your hands. But now I can finally brand the thing. But if I can't sell it up here, I'm sending it to Texas. Jer will have to find a Texan. Hank Bud brand knuckle tats. Those are the best knuckle tats. You can do Hank Bud. There's 4 and 4. Okay. Fingers crossed. Yeah. It might just have to go to Texas. So man, my TikTok is doing way better than my Instagram. I'm done with Instagram. I'm a TikToker now. That's where all the kids are. That's where all the eyes are. Yeah. But now that I think that brand is going to look really good on that guitar, and it'll be fully like, boom, it can go out. So it does belong there. So I have the open house. So we're kind of having our own little guitar show on June 25th. We're having an open house here at the shop. So I'm going to have my wall of guitars. And everything will be for sale. And then whatever doesn't sell, I'm either putting it in Rufus or finding somewhere to put it. But it all must go. Yeah, JB can come, test it out, demo it. Nice, you're going to do some pore filling tonight? Rage, did you post that picture of your guitar yet? Everything must go. Rage, do you want a Hank Bud brand? Jer, how's your TikTok going? You're on TikTok, but I don't see no Jer TikToks. Or maybe there are. I'm just hardly ever on it. We got to embrace the TikTok now. It's wide open for luthiers. So Meredith is the biggest luthier on TikTok right now. So, and she has like 11,000 followers, which is pretty good. But she's the biggest TikTok luthier. Your content is gold. I'm going to check it out. I never use TikTok, by the way. Like I don't consume TikTok. Like I find it's just not my jam. I'm too old. But I definitely like editing and posting stuff on it. It's fun. Are you guys following Jared's? All you people, follow Jared's TikTok and my own. Jared, you know what you need to do? Here's the thing, Jared, now that you're back. Jared, you need to get the curly zoomer hair with the sides of your head shaved. That's how you'll appeal to the current generation. Get the zoomer hair. Shave those sides. Curly on top. I know you always fret about your hair and what you're going to do with it, but I really think you should do that. You follow one luthier, but they never post. Follow me instead. It is a nightmare. It is one of the worst social media platforms I had ever seen. It's the most obnoxious. I hate it, but I will use it for my business. If I can sell guitars through it, I'll do it. It will destroy the last bit of your attention span. It's all of Lady Glockenspiel students. Yeah. Hey, kids. I don't know. I do it for business. I don't do any social media for my personal self. Like, I just don't. I'm not a big social media guy. Stank Bud Guitars? Try Hank Butt. Stank Butt Guitars? One of the most popular up-and-coming luthiers. Don't do it, Willie. You're making the right choice. You're making the right choice. It's horrible. It's horrible. I never, like I said, I don't consume any media on it. I just upload my own. That's the best I can do. I can do reaction videos. It has a lot of eyes on it. Yeah. But it's a great place to, so if you look up my last video, I go through just a bunch of little, I'm going to remove all followers. I'm only going to follow one person, and it will be Jared, and be like, Hank only follows one person? And it's like, yeah, there's only one person worth following, and that's Jared. I think I follow like 20 people, one of them being Jared, but I should only follow Jared. You're putting out gold. Yeah, you have to waste a few hours on TikTok, but it'll sort you out and find what you like. It does. I find the algorithm is way better than Instagram right now. I have people who follow me on Instagram, but I've been posting for the last week on TikTok and got 100 followers. I went from 40 to 140. I never had that kind of growth on Instagram. Sharp balloons. What's going on? Hey, prepaid Obsidian, how are you doing? Sharp balloons. Sixting Sing. How are you doing? What's going on? Morbertoth. Are you guys following Sharp Balloons? Guitars, yes, I'm making guitars. I'm just radiusing a fingerboard, but I have a bunch of Lauren's Lair. How are you doing? Thank you for coming in. Hey, let us grow. 1, 2, 3. Sharp Balloons, how are you doing today? What did you make today? Are you guys following Sharp Balloons? Morbertaw, thank you for that follow. Sharp Balloons makes balloon sculptures, and I guarantee it will put a smile on your face to go to her channel. I guarantee you will smile on watching Sharp Balloons stream. I guarantee it. That's all I have to say about Sharp Balloons. You will smile while watching it. We made Pepe the King Prawn. Nice. Thank you for following Doxies. A functional Pez dispenser? Guaranteed smiles. I always smile whenever I go onto your stream. It makes me smile like a child. Let me show you what I'm working on. I got my fanciest guitar yet. I got my fanciest guitar. This will be assembled soon. I'm just waiting for one more fancy guitar. Yeah, and shiny. So that's Buckeye Burl that's been pressure dyed with resin. It looks like a painting. That is Buckeye Burl. So that's wood, a type of wood that's been pressure dyed. Isn't that crazy? And then the body is Padauk wood, which is naturally red. So that's not dyed. The wood is naturally red like that. And then the neck is Padauk as well with a maple neck, and then bird's eye maple fingerboard. So this is going to have all chrome hardware. This is a showpiece. Yeah, it's going to get all chrome. I got some Seymour Duncan Antiquities that I put chrome covers on with Hipshot Bridge. So this is an exceptional. This is a showpiece. I'm gearing up for a showcase at the end of the month. So I'm trying to be fancy. Here. You don't even know. I'll just accept that it's pressure dyed if you don't know. Then this neck, I'm just radiusing this neck. It means they put it in a vacuum chamber, and then the die was pushed into the wood with a vacuum chamber. So you can see that the sides of it is dyed as well. So the dye isn't just on the surface. It was pushed all the way through the wood. Hey, Frugal Fixer, how are you doing? So then I'm working on this one. This is Turkish walnut. It's not finished yet. I'm just doing coats of finish. But that's Turkish walnut with a walnut body. So this is the next one that I'm doing. Some people see a lion's head, a cat. You see a cat? Some people say lion, cat, owl. What do you see? Gadologic just sees his parents fighting. What do you see in it? Anyway. So that's what I've been working on today. Oh, some of the wood we talk about, some wood smells really good, some not so much. Poplar burl, cottonwood burl is probably the worst. Spanish cedar is one of the best. Roasted maple smells like maple syrup. Pancakes, yeah. You see the guy from the Beauty and the Beast TV show? That's a good one. I'll show you some other stuff I got. I got this one. I don't know. This is an inlay of maple with a U-strip and black limba on the body, and a one-piece mahogany body. Look at that mahogany. The top is neat, but I just like looking at that mahogany. It's so nice. Look at that. And then it has a flame maple neck. Very country. This is a very country guitar. You can play both kinds of music on this one, country and western. And then I got the Pank guitar back in the shop. This is one of my rare. Hey, thank you for that follow, Six Sting Sing. I normally, as you can tell, I do a lot of just natural wood. This is one of the rare painted guitars I've done. And if I'm going to, yeah. Nice, a Blues Brothers fan. I love that scene. Thank you for that follow, KP. I might brand. I don't know if I'll brand the Pank guitar. I haven't decided yet. So I just got a wood brand today, so I'm branding everything. But I don't know. Do you think, Willie? Do you think I should put my brand on this one? No.
It's not. It's too like modern looking.
So I got a wood brand, and the font I used, that's like an old school cattle brand font. And I think it looks really good on these guitars. I won't use it on all the guitars, but it definitely looks good on these. So I was branding everything. Anything that was wooden, I was branding it in the shop. But anyway, this is one of my rare painted guitars. If I ever paint a guitar, it's going to be pink. Willie knows that. You can have any color you want as long as it's pink. Yeah. I'll do any pink. I'll do dusty rose. I'll do bubblegum. I'll do neon. I will do pearl pink, pastel pink. You got so many options when I paint a guitar. So many options.
Yeah, it's the journey of the
Brand it. Jer says brand it. I'm going to brand everything. So I just got this made up. So it's that's my logo there. It's a brass stamp that heats up. And as you can see, everything was branded. That's basically where I'm going to put it on the headstocks. So I think it looks pretty good. Right there, I think is kind of a good spot for it. Yeah? Yeah, it's pretty low profile. I don't need my name huge, but I need something to identify it. I also, I do on my neck plates. Hey, this is all relicked on purpose. This one is all beat up, but you can see I'm branded on the neck plates now too. Hey, C Deer Giddy, thank you for that follow. Anyway, that's one of the things. So I've been prototyping my guitars for the last year. Pretty much on, like, people who've been following me for the last year and a half have kind of seen the progression, and I'm kind of out of the prototyping phase, and I'm officially launching my guitar brand end of this month. That's why I'm getting everything branded and stuff. So it's kind of a big month for me, where it's like I spent the last year just building, prototyping, get everything ready. So it's been a long journey. I haven't been building guitars for very long, but these last 2 years of the lockdown, now that it's lifted, I can finally start doing things again. But I pretty much just built ukuleles and guitars straight for the last 2 years. So I was able to get a lot done. So now I can start putting my stuff out there. So it's kind of interesting. So branding. Now I have to. The guitars are done, and now I have to brand everything. So that's my main goal right now. But I was actually just about to shut down. I stream Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Wednesday is my earlier stream. Most of the time, I'm starting my streams around this time. So I really appreciated that raid by Sharp Balloons. If you guys aren't following Sharp Balloons, I highly recommend it. I'm serious. It will put a smile on your face. And thank you for everybody coming in on that raid. Thank you for all those follows. Sorry, I'm just kind of signing off right now. We'll probably just raid into someone else. But I stream 3 times a week. I'm a guitar builder from Vancouver, Canada. If anybody is in the Vancouver area and wants to come to the shop, we are doing an open house on June 25th. So anybody around this area, yeah, it's just a raid train, but I appreciate you stopping by, Sharp. We'll keep it rolling. We'll just keep rolling. Let's see who's on right now. I'll see if I can find some more guitar. See if there's another guitar person on. So if anybody is interested, we have a group Discord. So actually, I'll just plug that before I go. We have a group Discord with a bunch of other builders on Twitch, a community of guitar builders, guitar enthusiasts. So if anybody's interested in finding more guitar people, that's the place to find them. Oh, thanks again for stopping by, Sharp. I appreciate it. Yeah, I do a lot of semi-hollows. I don't have it right now, but I have a kind of Strat semi-hollow. I really like doing walnut semi-hollows. They have a really good sound. And this guitar is all walnut. I made this one for myself, and it's a black walnut neck with a U-wood fingerboard and English walnut. And again, it's a semi-hollow Strat style. I call this one the Big River. That's kind of my style of guitar. So this is one of my models that I have 2 models right now. This one, the Big River, and then this one is called the Roya. So that's what I'll be launching. So anybody come back, you'll get to see the see me launch a guitar company. So let's see who's on right now. Let's see. Let's check out Lone Mountain. He's a metal worker. He makes knives and other things. Hey, thanks for that follow, Nikki. And we were starting a feud today. So you guys are in the middle of a luthier blacksmith feud. The luthiers and the blacksmiths are about to have an all-out feud on Twitch. So let's go poke the bear and raid into Lone Mountain Knife and get this feud going. Anyway, you guys have a great rest of your week. I'll be back on Friday. We'll see you then. I got to go heckle Lone Mountain.